A blessed day to you, intercessors all over the world, champions of change. I salute you for loving your nation. Varikuramba vakamira vachinamatira nyika, tinovatenda. We continue to thank you. Siyalibonga kakhulu lava abaqhubekela phambili bekhulekela ilizwe ngoba impi esiyilwayo okumele siyiwine. Tinoyiwina badzi hondo yatiri kurwa. Double standards that we continue to see in our politicians. Kuti chinhu one chinoitwa neZANU-PF chinonzi china problem chinenge chakanaka, but when it's done by somebody else, they are quick to point at mistakes. Jonathan Moyo attacks Hichilema over Sadc position, yet mom on Mnangagwa. Mnangagwa neZANU-PF vakangoita the same thing chakupopoterwa na Jonathan Moyo today, and one would want to ask, Coach Jonathan, why didn't you popota during the time when Mnangagwa vachita zvinizvozvi, and when we were talking about it? We are asking Jonathan uba umlevu ukuthi ususukela uHichilema namuhla ngecala elifanayo elenziwe iZANU-PF labo Mnangagwa, why ungakhulumanga ngaleso sikhathi? Uyabona ama double standards esiwatshoyo ukuthi we are just dealing with abantu aba dishonest, and it's just a big problem. The very same problem is what was done by ZANU-PF, but Jonathan Moyo was supporting, or rather was quiet, and today he wants to point out to Hichilema as a great error. You know him with his long writings. I don't know if I'm going to read all of it, but I know Jonathan Moyo says one would expect Sadc to get this right. It's the Republic of Zambia, not President Hichilema personally, that's stepping up as deputy chairperson and incoming chairperson of Sadc. Yet yesterday's official communique from Sadc boldly misstates the significant fact, claiming following the appointment of HE Mr. Matamela Cyril Ramaphosa, President of the Republic of South Africa, as chairperson of Sadc, Sadc appointed HE Mr. Hichilema, President of the Republic of Zambia, as the interim incoming chairperson, deputy chairperson of Sadc. This isn't just a slip, it's a fundamental error. The Sadc Treaty is crystal clear. Members are sovereign states, not individual leaders. Can you see this? The summit should have elected the Republic of Zambia to these roles, acknowledging the region's rotational system among nation states. Can you see this? I see Rinya yataura hiyo yategra chitaura kuti muri kupemberera muchiti Mnangagwa ndiye Sadc chair. It's actually rotational, and it's also Zimbabwe as a nation that has assumed position iyoyo. Vana Jonathan havana kuzvitaura izvozvo. Nasi akuda kuzvitaura pana Hichilema. Why does this particular matter? In this instance, Zambia's next general elections are slated for around 13 August 2026, the very same week Sadc typically holds its ordinary annual summit, where Zambia would host, assume the chair as the host. Imagine the chaos, a nation in the throes of voting in what would most certainly a hotly disputed election, hosting regional leaders. Even more practically, Hichilema's polling numbers are fading fast. If he loses the election, Zambia's Sadc chairmanship would remain intact. Is the country's honor, not that of its leader. So our question is, Jonathan, why did you not write such a verbose write-up during the time when Mnangagwa vachimhanya vachinzi Sadc chair? Sadc chair became a title for Mnangagwa, right? Akanga akunzi the first secretary of ZANU-PF, the president of Zimbabwe, the Sadc chair. But when Jonathan, they were quiet. They never talked about it. They never brought up this subject. And we are asking Jonathan Moyo, were you asleep for the whole year that Mnangagwa was claiming to be chairperson of Sadc? You did not see this. Because it is now happening to somebody else who is not, your body. And all my double standards at all, these are what we call the double standards of our politicians. just something that shows deep down in them, they know the truth, but they just decide not to go with the truth and rather hide behind the finger. These guys are just hiding behind the finger. Chokwadi chaicho ndo chataigara chitaura kuti ZANU-PF is making too much noise. The chairmanship position is for Zimbabwe, it's not for Mnangagwa, but they seemed to, seal their ears with the sealing wax until this time. They have not seen this mistake in the past. Were they mum? Why were they quiet? Varakashi takatry corrector, but they continued to speak that way, to write that way. Pama ZANU-PF meetings and so on, they kept on saying the same thing as if it did not matter. And today, one of their own is trying to correct the mistake because it is no longer home. Saka ndo nyaya yatogara tichitaura kuti nyika yedu ine vanhu vari dishonest, ine vanhu vanoziva chokwadi and what exactly should be done, but they decide not to do it because for personal reasons, it's all for personal reasons. And that makes it very, very unfortunate kuti mukaona nyika yatungamirwa nevatungamiri vakadaro vanotiza chokwadi vachichiziva, who hide behind the truth, behind the finger, away from the truth. Abacachayo becacha ngemva komunwe bengafuna ukuvuma iqiniso. Ungabona silama leaders anjalo, we become a country that is like what Zimbabwe is like today. We are where we are. We are like what we are because of the kind of leaders vanofunga sana Jonathan ne Varakashi vese and so on and so forth. And this is the reality. So don't blame Hichilema, don't blame Sadc. You guys were making so much noise about it when it happened to Mnangagwa, ZANU-PF. And today, why are you crying foul? Dishonest people. Just, you need to be an honest somebody, show the people of Zimbabwe that you are a leader that can be trusted. But already, you have failed that even during your tenure as minister of ZANU-PF, you failed to show how truthful you can be. And I don't think in politics, Jonathan Moyo still has a part to play, a role to play, because nobody's going to consider him anymore because of his history and even what he did after the coup, to find himself going back to support the oppressor of the people of Zimbabwe. I don't think Zimbabwean people will ever forget what Ubaba Umlevu has done to us. So this is what it is. Quite very funny. Let's keep together until the end of the 5th show. I think we have 5 shows. If we see that our network is good, we may go on and have our talk road today. But let's keep just watching how the network will be behaving. Bless you. Let's meet in the next show.